Question number 13. To comply with data security standards, an organization needs to rotate its AWS IAM user access keys regularly. Which AWS service simplifies this process? Our options: Secrets Manager, Config, Inspector, and CloudTrail. Rotating security keys of many sorts is a really good best practice. If we know that a user uses some user ID or password or access key to be able to access some secured resource, the longer that key exists, the greater the chance that someone learns what that key is and uses it against us. So frequent rotation replaces an old version of a key with a new one, requiring the bad guys to start all over again to try to learn what our passwords might be. The interesting question is where to store those. Our question here identifies AWS Identity and Access Management user keys. IAM uses a resource called an access key identifier and secret key pair to digitally sign all API calls created by an AWS user. IAM does have a capability to require users to change their access key ID after a certain number of days, but it doesn't have a built-in automated rotation capability. We would need some other service to enable that. So does one of these services have that capability? Well, it turns out Secrets Manager does. Secrets Manager is a data store for any of a variety of secrets that I might keep. Most commonly, we'll see that for things like a database password, or we'll see an API key for accessing a third-party piece of software. But we could certainly store the access key IDs and secret keys used in an IAM user in Secrets Manager and manage it there as well. So that seems likely. Let's look at the other options. AWS Config helps us comply with compliance regimes, with regulatory systems that require us to operate in certain kinds of secure ways. It can report on misconfigured AWS resources and even trigger automated remediations. But it doesn't store user keys, so that's not it. Amazon Inspector is a vulnerability analysis tool, scanning our EC2 instances to see if any of them are missing a patch that patches a common vulnerability or exploit. Very important security capability. Again, doesn't house user keys. AWS CloudTrail has a little bit to do with user keys, in as much as it's going to log anytime somebody uses their keys to perform an API action in AWS. It's a critically important security service, but once again, not a place to store credentials. AWS Secrets Manager is the only service in this list that will give us a place to store security secrets related to logging into or accessing resources from within our AWS solution.